Hello everyone, Joseph here. Today we are going to be beginning the TPHoP playlist, which I will more than likely be linking in both the description and the end cards. So stay tuned for that. Now, for those of you who don't know, Time Patroller's Heart of Purity, shortened TPHoP, it has been a story that I've been thinking about and working on for a long time now. It's just the sense of me actually putting it on paper at this point, and I've been pushing this project for a little over a year now, at least a lot more than I used to. So to go over the graphics on the side here, they're just a couple attempts on the logo per se. It might be a little much for it, but like, I just, especially the top one, I tried to apply some of the concepts that are applied to it. My bad. So yeah, I think I do have something missing, so I'll probably have like a third attempt. I'll probably put it in like my Instagram story or maybe even a post or whatever. But hey, we'll see how it goes. Let's move on. So essentially, the synopsis is, yes, you would figure, the Time Patroller's part definitely comes from Dragon Ball Xenoverse. My bad. There's no doubt about it. The reason why I thought about it is because when I first played Dragon Ball Xenoverse 1, I never really played it with anybody, never really had any friends, still don't, who cares? But like, when I played through like the story and whatnot, I thought it was actually like really cool how they kind of like not only made something original out of it a little more, but the whole, they really expanded on the whole like time expansion thing. Really went into like a little more detail, added some concepts to it like time fractures and parallel questing and whatnot. So I thought that was really cool. TPHoP touches on that like a little bit, but I also want to delve into like my own original stuff, like Elemendaron. It's practically, you could think of it as one planet or 5 different planets like chained together in a sense, but the chains aren't visible. But with Elemendaron, you have Plasdon, which we're probably going to touch on the most, because that is where one of the main characters are from. Haruru, probably another big one. I should probably flip Neo Trojan and Earthly Human, because there's also a couple things with them. But Earthly Human and Neoxman, I haven't really thought about too much. That will more than likely change in the future. I will definitely try to figure them out a little more, And essentially, Elemendaron, at least part of it, was, and you'll read about it once you read the actual story if you haven't. I'll link that in the description too. But essentially, it's about me going to different universes. Said universes will be discussed a little bit later. And not only making sure things are in check with their timelines, but figuring out a way to help Elemendaron rebuild and maybe even evolve a little more afterwards. But yeah, because I don't want to talk about it too much, but the Half Massacre happened, and the reason why it's called the Half Massacre is because half of their population was wiped out, and my Earth, the Earth that we're living on right now, everyone's wiped out. Everyone. Period. Now, I wasn't there at the time, and again, you'll definitely read about it when you get to the actual story. But, like I said, said universes is My Monster Secret, Neon Genesis Evangelion, although not for very long, it's just gonna introduce like a concept or two, and then the half massacre. That's about it, because that's where I was when the half massacre happened. Again, you'll read about it. And Ruby, excuse me. That's where a couple events will happen, and then that's right before a huge event called Rank X. Probably another video for that one. And I put a question mark next to Lucky Star because it's the same reason why I put canon, probably didn't spell it right, in parentheses next to universes, because Lucky Star technically isn't canon. There's like a couple important events, but that's all there is to it. It's kind of like my take on filler, pretty much, and the more classic high school, like, slice of life type shtick, you know. You could say that about My Monster Secret, but there's gonna be like other different events too with that one. It's a lot more in there than Lucky Star. Now, the formats, currently it is only in a developing novel, again, a work in progress. And hopefully I'll find like the time or whatever, trying to get back into drawing or whatever. It's going okay. But eventually develop it into a manga, then some animation studio hopefully will pick it up as an anime, and animate and put it into an animation, you know. Maybe as a game too, like kind of like Dragon Ball Z Kakarot or Kingdom Hearts, kind of like that type of thing, except kind of like a different thing without the spells and whatnot, skills. So essentially, I've done like half the battle, is thinking all of it through. I've done a lot of thinking about it. Loads and loads of hours of just pacing the floor and whatnot. You will not believe how many days and hours wasted just pacing the floor, figuring it out. So really, all I have to do is just put it on paper. I can't overwork it though, so don't expect this kind of thing in like the next couple months. Alright, this is going to be developed over a few years, because there's a lot to touch up on. So yeah, and I believe that is the end of the presentation. So again, if you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns or anything, please let me know. Sorry I wasn't looking at the camera. We're hitting 8 minutes, which is not that bad. But yeah, just if you have anything, hit me up again on my social media. That is on my About page, on my channel page. You know, go again to my avatar. Go to the About tab-ish. You should say big bold letters on About. And they should be found in there. And yeah, just consider again giving this some love. Comment if you have any questions or concerns or anything. Consider subscribing too, would be nice. And I will see you all on the fly. Take care.